The Spidell girl is all tatted up. One that still has her pants on. She's got tats on her arms.
Which one is she?
She still has the shooting pants on, the black pants.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association,
I see now.
Yeah.
To the Sweet 16 matchup between Fisher Catholic High School and Strasburg-Franklin High School.
I don't think they really go by Franklin. It's just Strasburg, right?
Please remove your hats and caps as we honor America and those who serve and protect our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Also brought to you by North Body Shop, Fairfield Federal, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Pizza Cottage, The Carriage Company, Fairfield County Adam H., The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Buckeye Lake Marina, the Pink Cricket, Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital, Fairfield DD, and Buckeye Toyota.
From the campus of Logan High School, Jim Myers Gymnasium is the site of the Division 7 regional semifinal between the Fisher Catholic Irish and the Strasburg Tigers. Hi, everybody. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight's IVP Media Game of the Week. Going to be a good one, Tim.
Got two really good teams tonight, Jared, facing off and had great seasons. Both of them come from different areas of the state. Ought to be interesting how this match goes up.
Fisher comes in at 22-3 overall, while Strasburg is 25. Can't see my notes here in the dark, but they've lost 5 games. But I tell you what, this is a team that plays in a really tough conference.
They do, and I think Coach Bates, the thing he does is he challenges his team by scheduling outside the normal comfort zone,
yeah,
and that makes you better when you do that.
There are going to be some really good players on the court. You talked to both coaches prior to tonight's game earlier this week. What are the coaches saying about how they're going to stop those high players like Hadley Gillum from Fisher Catholic, Sophia Seacrest from Strasburg?
Well, I think from the Strasburg defensive side, they're going to give a lot of pressure, probably use traps and try to speed the tempo. I think for Fisher, they're going to mix defenses, and I think the thing for them is to see if they can just slow Strasburg down a little bit and make them second guess what's going on.
Yeah. The winner of this contest will move on to play the winner of tonight's later game, which will be Reedsville Eastern and Franklin Furnace Green, both teams out of the Southeast District. So who knows what can go from here. Fisher Catholic, 3 out of the last 4 years have made it to the regional. They're hoping that this year is their key.
Yeah, last year they lost to the eventual state champion in Waterford regional semifinal. So once you get to the regional, Jared, you're going to play good teams.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by North Body Shop. Since 1979, North Body Shop has been providing professional auto collision repairs on all makes and models. Don't think of going anywhere else to get your vehicle looking like new again. Thanks to Mark North and the team at North Body Shop. Hadley Gillum jumping center for the Irish, and for the Tigers, Allie Miller at 6'1". She wins the tip-off, controlled by Strasburg. Right side here, Seacrest.
Yeah, Fisher in their man-to-man defense.
At the elbow, they'll get it down on the block to Miller. Miller strong to the hoop. Couldn't get it to go. Second one also no good. And the putback on the backside up and in for Lydia Thomas.
Yeah, you got 2 misses. You got to rebound off the defensive end, Jared.
Here comes the pressure that Strasburg is known for. They will flat out bring the pressure, and Fisher does a nice job breaking it this time.
Well, the advantage Hadley has, Jared, is she has some size to throw over the traps.
Right. Ava Warrens with the basketball, gives it off to Elena Metzel. Now ball loose on the floor, picked up by Strasburg. Nice head fake right there. Shot no good. The putback also no good, and instead of grabbing it, they tipped it, but it into the hands of Seacrest. This ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Irish.
Yeah, just girls seem a little amped up and a little nervous right now.
Yep.
You know, missing shots that probably they don't normally miss. Yeah, here comes this three-quarter court 1-2-2. You got to look down the floor, and you got to have your passing angles availability.
Laney Gillum hands it off to Warrens. Warrens almost has it stolen away. Get it back to Laney on the baseline. Now Warrens out top. Seacrest, if you notice, is face guarding Hadley Gillum. It doesn't matter where she goes. She's all over her. And there's a long three, no good, rebounded by the Tigers. Seacrest gets it right side. Miller now to Spidell.
Yeah, a little pick and roll here.
Good job by Metzel to get around that screen. They'll lob it inside Miller. Her shot up and in. That's hard to defend.
It is. The key, you got to have a lot of pressure on the passer.
Yeah. Warrens gets it across the timeline. And stolen away into the hands of Lydia Thomas. And now she has it stolen away by Hadley Gillum. And it's tipped out of bounds by Seacrest.
Yeah, they want this frantic pace.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I think Coach Bates made a good statement. I'm comfortable with our players making good decisions. And you have to be if you're going to allow some of this to play this way. Great pass there.
They do a good job of jumping the pass lanes and
yes,
getting all over the floor if they need to. There's going to be a foul right there on Lydia Thomas, her first.
Yeah, she's been real aggressive here defensively right from the start. You see Ben Bethel trying to figure out a way to beat the pressure and get to the basket.
Ben in his 7th season at Fisher Catholic. Prior to that, spent 6 years as the head girls coach at FCA. And we mentioned 3 out of the last 4 years they've been to this regional tournament. Spidell off the turnover, brings it up right side. Thomas needs to get rid of it or shoot it, or she's going to get a 3-second violation. Shot no good. Rebounded by Warrens. Gillum lost the basketball, stolen by Spidell. She'll kick it over to Seacrest. Now out top Miller is swinging all the way around opposite side. Herron, her three up no good. Seacrest the backside rebound. At 5'3", she was able to get that rebound. Now loses it to Fisher Catholic, and Sophia Seacrest going to pick up her first foul. Here's a look.
Yeah, look here. Throw over the top. 6'1", 4-year starter for Strasburg.
Yep, tonight's replay is brought to you by Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital. We got a timeout on the floor, and Tim, we have a couple new sponsors on board with us tonight. First, we'd like to thank Charlie Barrows and Aaron Black from Edward Jones in Lancaster for jumping on board for tonight's game. You can find Charlie on Chestnut Street and Aaron on North Broad Street here in Lancaster. For more than 100 years, Edward Jones has been helping clients reach their financial goals. So we thank Charlie and Aaron for coming on board for tonight's Fisher Catholic tournament basketball game. So 4-0 the score. Fisher having a little bit of trouble. I think they've only attempted one shot so far.
Yeah,
right?
if you're not getting shots, it's hard to score.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds ridiculously simple, but you got to take care of the ball. If you're going to dribble through pressure, you got to go low. Look down the floor and attack the pressure. It's kind of like a diamond. You can see the press here. We can see the whole floor. It's a diamond press.
Warrens gets it in the corner to Metzel. Now the handoff to Hadley Gillum. She's going to be trapped at midcourt. Got it away to Warrens. Warrens to the block. Turnaround jumper, no good. That's tough to shoot over top of Miller. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher. Laney Gillum will inbound.
Well, they've got an anchor in there defensively too, Jared, when you can afford to gamble a little bit and play a little stronger on the perimeter.
Tried to get it into Metzel in the paint. It's tipped and stolen away by the Tigers. Here comes Seacrest with it. She'll kick it left side. 3 up for Boylan. No good. And it's out of bounds. It'll go back to the Irish. By the way, Hadley Gillum just 23 points away from 1,000 for her career. She would not be the only 1,000-point scorer in this game. Sophia Seacrest, a 1,300-point scorer. Here's Hadley getting it across the timeline. Tight defense by Seacrest. Lobs it backside to Laney Gillum. Shot no good. And rebounded by the Tigers. Spidell will bring it up. And good job on the defense there. Laney Gillum and Sydney Snoke. Hadley now has it tipped around into the hands of Laney Gillum.
They have gotten their hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah, they pressure defense like crazy. Here's Warrens. Warrens loses it, stolen away by Boylan. Boylan brings it the other way. Here's Seacrest. Dump it inside Miller, and that's too easy, up and in. 6-0 Strasburg.
They want this game to be 32 minutes of chaos.
Get it down to Metzel. Back to Gillum. Laney tries to get down on the baseline, has it tipped. Now to Metzel. And Metzel going to be fouled hard. So I think she was trying to pass, but she passed up a pretty decent opportunity, a shot right there. As you see the clear sky replay of that last bucket by Miller.
Yeah, you can't get caught up high on that hip. You either got to play behind Jared or get all the way around by stepping through.
Foul was called on Spidell. That's her first.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah. Inbound comes into Hadley Gillum. Get it left side in the corner. It's Alexis Bissell. Now back out. 3 put up for Metzel. In and out. Bissell the rebound. And now taken away by Seacrest.
Yeah, if you're not strong with the basketball around the Strasburg players, they're going to get it.
Seacrest, little up and under, up and in.
Seacrest with a step through.
8-0 Strasburg. 2:34 and counting here in the first quarter.
Just dribbling too much, Jared, not getting in the offense.
Left side, here's Bissell. Bissell lost it out of bounds. Was it tipped? Yes, it was. So it'll stay with the Irish.
Yeah, just not protecting the ball when they're handling the basketball.
Lydia Thomas comes back in for Strasburg. She replaces Miller, Allie Miller, who has 4 points. As you see the clear sky replay on that last bucket by Seacrest. Bissell to inbound. Lobs it back to Hadley Gillum.
See, they're just running at her with 2 people.
Here's Warrens. Warrens picks it up, has the pass tipped, stolen away. Check that. It's Maddie Boylan on the steal. They'll dump it inside, and no good. The putback blocked by Hadley Gillum into the hands of Warrens.
Looked like a foul, Jared, but it's all ball.
Yeah. Yep. Gillum lobs it to the corner. Alexis Bissell, her 3 is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish. Oh, yeah, it's complete all ball.
Yeah, it looked bad because she swatted, which a lot of times that's called a foul.
Bissell to inbound. Lobs it into Hadley Gillum.
Yeah, they're going to try and wear Hadley out.
Yep, they are. Here's Bissell. Running jumper, no good. Metzel tried to save it in. It's going to go back to Strasburg. There's a good look at Coach Bethel.
Yep, got to figure out a way to get the offense going a little bit. Sometimes your defense can ignite your offense if you play up a little tougher here. See, they're picking them up at half court now a little bit, giving them a zone look.
Sybil, a cross-court pass over to Seacrest. Now backside, other side, Delaney Herron. Just back and forth we go, and they throw it away. Bissell to inbound. 8-0 Strasburg. 1:15 to play in the first quarter. Here's Snoke. Dump it down into Hadley Gillum. Little turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Lydia Thomas. Quickly up the other way, and she stepped on the line on the sideline. Delaney Herron.
Yeah, Hadley's already been over a little bit, Jared. They're just going to run two people at her, going to deny her, and she's just got to really earn everything she's going to get. That's the philosophy right now.
Here's Warrens. Tried to get it to Metzel, almost stolen away. Now it is stolen away. Thomas the other way, puts it up and in.
That's a freshman, Jared. Athletic, good hands, really getting up and playing some defense.
Averages 8 points a game, 7 rebounds per game. 10-0 Strasburg. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Fisher throws it away again. This defense is giving Fisher fits.
I thought they might have a little difficulty scoring, but right now they seem a little more frantic than really you would want to try and play.
Yeah. Spidell will walk it up with 23 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Should be picked up at midcourt. Skip it over to Herron. Now underneath Miller. Shot is up and in, and she's fouled. Allie Miller's got 6. And the foul is called on Laney Gillum for the Irish. As you see the clear sky replay, I don't think that foul was on Laney Gillum. She's on the bench. I think they called it on Sydney Snoke. Spidell,
nice
or
pass.
Seacrest, finds Lydia Thomas underneath. Thomas has 6. Down to 3 seconds. Warrens gets it over to Bissell for 3 at the buzzer. Oh, they're going to wave it off.
Yep.
So a great first quarter for the Strasburg Tigers. They lead Fisher Catholic 14-0 in this regional semifinal.
Well, you can see here that it was after the clock ran out. Just took a little too long. Well, Jared, with that, I'm not sure we've had very many shutouts in a quarter this year at any level, in any division. So tonight's first half scoreboard sponsor is the Buckeye Automotive family. The Buckeye Honda, Nissan, and Toyota dealerships would like to wish all of the local athletes best of luck this season. Learn more at buckeyecars.com.
Tim, when you talk to these coaches, Coach Bethel said, we need to improve our offense versus zones. Right now, I don't think it's necessarily the zone. It's just that tight pressure that they're bringing. And then face guarding Hadley Gillum. She's just been stymied. She can't get anything.
They've taken her out of the offense totally.
Yeah.
And, they're going to see if she can play 32 minutes.
Yeah, one of his concerns and keys to this game was handle defensive pressure and traps.
And they're getting them, and they've turned the ball over I don't know how many times at this point, but just they need to take their time, make a few shots. They're getting some. You see 2 on the out of bounds right now on Hadley.
Yeah.
So making other people play.
Here's Warrens to the elbow.
Like I said, just too much dribble.
Yeah.
Without going anywhere.
Warrens puts the shot up and in. There's the bucket Fisher needed to get on the board. 14-2 is a score. Three-pointer on the other end, no good. Backside rebound for Heron. Her putback is blocked. Into the hands now of Warrens. Warrens drives to the block, and she's fouled.
Two things you got to do, Jared. You got to move the ball. You got to have good spacing and attack the basket at the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're forcing other players to be involved, and they got to play confident enough, and they're capable.
Free throw up and good for Ava Warrens. Here was that first bucket for Fisher by Warrens.
Good job putting it in the hole.
Yep. If you watch, Sophia Seacrest is face guarding Hadley Gillum no matter where she goes on the court and no matter where the ball is. They are determined to just take her out of the game.
And and Hadley just has to let the game come.
Right.
You don't be passive about it, but you got to let it come. Here they're back in their 2-3.
Warren's 2 free throws makes it 14-4. Here's a three in the corner, up and in for Delaney Heron.
We talked about they're going to play 7 players, Jared, and they're going to play them pretty much equal amount of time.
Here's Bissell from the baseline. Nice little jumper up and in. She's got a good shot, Tim. We saw her come off the bench in the game we did earlier this year, and she was kind of a spark plug for them offensively. Thomas, they left her wide open, and she's just going to get an easy layup. Lydia Thomas has 8 points already in the game, and she averages 8. 19-6 is the score. Gillum is trapped and has it stolen away by Spidell.
Nice
Here's
pass.
Seacrest up and in. Lainey Gillum brings it up. Has her pass tipped into the student section for Fisher Catholic.
Yeah, watch this pass. Bend her knees, drop it off for a layup.
Yep.
Good job running the floor off the steal. Live ball turnovers are murder to your defense, Jared.
Now they're double teaming Hadley Gillum, and the pass is stolen away. Seacrest with it. Nice
There's
pass
another
over
one.
to Thomas. Her shot blocked by Hadley Gillum. Now stolen away by Seacrest. Little shot from the elbow up and good. (23-6). Strasburg.
Again, just casual passing.
Yep. Heron off the glass and in. And Coach Bethel going to take a timeout as his team trails at 25-6.
A little overwhelmed with the defensive pressure, Jared.
Yeah. Hey, we have another new sponsor on board for tonight's game. Thanks to John and Mary Snyder for supporting the Lady Irish basketball team. The Snyders wish them good luck during the tournament, and a special shout out to the William V. Fisher Catholic High School class of 1975. My birth year, Shu.
Well, I'm not telling you where I was at that time then.
So it's been all Strasburg here. They've just, we knew coming in that their defensive pressure was good. Just not sure we knew it was this good.
Now, it's really got a super game plan of how to play against people who, in all honesty, rely on Hadley to do a lot of things. So they're going to make her be limited and force other players to play.
Right.
There's a lot of game. If you're coaching and you're the one with the 6 right now in the second quarter, you just got to stay calm, beat the pressure, and make some shots. But the live ball turnovers, Jared, they just turn into easy points.
Right.
Their half-court defense is fine.
Lainey Gillum will bring it up for the Irish. Hand it off to Warrens. Warrens gets it back to Gillum. Gillum on the drive in the paint. Get it back out to Metzel. And she traveled with the basketball. Spidell brings it up for Strasburg.
Yeah, a little 2-3. Try and trap with the guards here.
Seacrest from way out there, no good. Rebound and putback, no good for Addison Cibula, but she's fouled.
Yeah, they've really hurt Fisher on the boards too, Jared. They've gotten a lot of second and third chances and just makes it very difficult defensively.
Foul was called on Lainey Gillum. There's a good look at Cibula. First free throw up and good. Listed at 5'7", junior. Looks like she may be a little taller than 5'7". Second one up and good also.
Here comes the full court right here. Double team on Handley. Make somebody else bring it up the floor.
Warrens brings it up the far side, has it stolen away. Seacrest now. Takes it to the hoop herself, no good, and tipped out of bounds by Cibula, or Spidell rather, and it's Fisher basketball. Inbound comes into Metzel. Metzel just has it tipped and stolen away by Spidell. Good pass over, shot up and in for Maddie Boylan. And now a foul going to be called on Addison Cibula. That'll be her first. Tim, this is a Strasburg team that in 4 tournament games, they've outscored their opponents 255-74.
We can see why.
Yeah. Here's another steal. Spidell gets it over in the corner to Seacrest. And Seacrest has it stolen, the pass stolen by Metzel. Metzel, nice move in the paint, blocked by Miller. That's a big-time mismatch. Spidell inside. Little reverse layup, no good. Putback, no good as well. Rebounded by Metzel. Gillum, Lainey Gillum, wide open for 3. She got it. 29-9 now. Spidell swings it right side to Seacrest. Underneath the bucket, Miller up and in.
Yeah, just simple. Pinning too deep. If she's that deep, you can't stand behind. Just very simple game plan.
Warrens has it stolen away by Heron. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Bates, Tyler Bates of Strasburg. Tim, this Strasburg team, I told you that they have outscored their opponents in tournament play 255-74. Their margin of victory in the tournament is 45 points. That's unbelievable.
Well, it is when you play defense like that. It's actually smothering,
suffocating
the Fisher Catholic offensive players. At some point, though, you just got to settle down and create some spaces, handle the pressure, but you're forcing some other players to be involved.
Yeah. So out of the timeout, it will be Strasburg basketball. Winner of this contest will move on to play the winner of the later game tonight at 8 p.m. That's Reedsville Eastern and Franklin Furnace Green. Seacrest will bring it up. 3:15 and counting here in the first half. Get it off to Heron. Heron to the block. She'll kick it to the corner. Now back out to Heron. Here's Thomas. She's had a good first half so far. Swings it over to Seacrest. Thought about the 3. Nice quick step baseline. And she traveled.
Yeah. You can't get that far.
No.
Without travel.
Hadley Gillum now will run point for the Irish. Kick it down to Warrens. Avis pass stolen away by Heron, but saved in bounds, and Hadley Gillum going to track it down. Quickly up ahead to Laney Gillum. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher. Inbound, almost stolen away. Gets it right back to Laney Gillum. Now out to Warrens. In the corner, Metzel. Metzel gets down amongst the trees. Got to get out of there. Here's Sydney Snoke for three. No good. Rebounded by Thomas. Clock down to 2:04 and counting in the first half. Thomas again wide open. Hadley Gillum recovered and blocked the shot.
Yeah, good
It's
job.
about 3 blocks for her. Now wide open. Snoke on the other end. Up and in.
It caught Strasburg, the Tigers, loafing a little bit back defensively that time.
3 in the corner, no good. Backside rebound, Snoke.
And again, they
Here
have
comes
it
Fisher
again.
pushing it up the floor.
Yeah,
But Seacrest tracked it down.
good hustle.
Yep. Right side. That should be a double dribble, yep. She held it so long, I think she forgot she had dribbled. Here's a replay of that last bucket by the Irish. Good job by Hadley Gillum to find Sydney Snoke.
Yeah, a little baseball pass there.
Yep.
We're getting close to baseball season,
Yeah.
right?
Alexis Bissell checks back in for the Irish. Like to see them get her open for a 3 or 2. Here is Alexis. Has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher Catholic. Laney Gillum inbounds. Again, tipped out of bounds. I don't think you're going to be able to just run and try to catch. You're going to have to set some screens.
Well, and you also have to seal the defender a little bit, if you know what I mean by that, just like you would in the post.
And this time it was tipped, but then tipped last by Sydney Snoke out of bounds. Spidell will get it left side to Sibylla. Now back to Spidell. She's going to direct some traffic. Get some instruction from Coach Bates. Clock down to 1 minute to play in the first half. Spidell for 3 at the top of the key, no good. And it's out of bounds.
Yep. Hit the clock monitor above the board. There's that same 1-2 or that diamond and 1 press. They're matching up in the back.
There's Metzel to the elbow. Kick it back to Laney Gillum. Now back to Metzel. She lost it out of bounds.
The one thing when you play against pressure, you got to pass the ball to spots, Jared, not to the receiver.
Yeah.
Throw it to a spot where they know it's coming. They can go receive it and pull it in. Here's a 2-2-1 half court. Going to trap a little bit.
Clock down to 32 seconds. Here's Heron. Back out to Spidell. Going to work for 1 shot. Spidell notices that the 5-second count was on.
Yeah, you have to put it on the floor then, gain some ground.
Clock down to 12 seconds. Spidell gets it right side. Seacrest with 8. Seacrest tried to get it inside, out of bounds to Fisher with 5.5 on the clock.
Yeah, they've had a lot of turnovers themselves, really,
Yep, they
to
do.
be honest with you, but their pressure has just been so relentless.
Here's Hadley Gillum, has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher with 3.1 seconds. Laney Gillum to inbound, gets it into Snoke. Snoke fires up the long 3, no good. And the first half will end with Strasburg up 31-11 on this Fisher Catholic team. It's the Division 7 regional semifinal. We're going to take a timeout from Jim Myers Gymnasium. When we come back, we'll have all the first half stats on the IVP Media High School Basketball Game of the Week.
At Fairfield Federal, we believe true prosperity is shared. For 130 years, Fairfield Federal has invested in the community that built us. From supporting businesses that employ our neighbors, empowering the initiatives that strengthen our community, and serving generations of families, Fairfield Federal is proud to share this milestone of progress with our hometown. Fairfield Federal is your place for checking, savings, and home loans. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital. Our values and beliefs guide every decision we make, truly reflecting who we are at the core of our hospital. We are passionate about providing superior, personalized rehabilitative care. Our patients are our priority. Our staff goes above and beyond normal service expectations. Their training, knowledge, and expertise allow them to provide specialized quality care to our patients so they can recover to their highest levels of independence possible. When our patients come through our doors, they're limited in their abilities, but our goal is to help them return home quickly so they can get back to doing what they love.
March is Developmental Disability Awareness Month, a time to celebrate inclusion, acceptance, and the incredible contributions of individuals with developmental disabilities. This year, we are highlighting innovation in action. Through the end of March, we invite you to join us at local events that highlight inclusion, innovation, and the many ways people of all abilities make Fairfield County stronger. Together, we can create a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions. Visit fairfielddd.com to see our calendar of events. Let's make a difference, because inclusion starts with all of us.
Pizza Cottage offers a wide variety of specialty pizza and subs, along with other mouth-watering menu options. Dine in with us or choose carry-out or delivery to enjoy your dough on the go. Good pizza, good people, and great memories at Pizza Cottage.
Great automotive service is just around the corner at the Buckeye family of dealerships. Whether it's Buckeye Nissan in Hilliard, Georgesville Nissan at the Georgesville Auto Mall, Buckeye Honda of Lancaster, Buckeye Toyota of Lancaster, or Buckeye Collision Center in Hilliard. Team Buckeye services all makes and models at each location, utilizing modern practices with hundreds of years of experience, giving you peace of mind. That's how we Buckeye.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Buckeye Lake Marina is a full-service marina offering new and used boats for sale. Brands like Bennington, Crown Line, South Bay, and Chaparral. They also do boat service, canvas repair, and custom boat covers, and they sell ethanol-free recreational fuel. Located in Millersport at 2920 Canal Drive, 740-467-2697. Online at BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.
Back at Logan High School, it's the Division 7 regional semifinal between Fisher Catholic and Strasburg. At halftime, Strasburg leads Fisher Catholic 31-11. We'll take a look at some first half scoring. First of all, let's go with quarter-by-quarter scoring. At the end of the first quarter, Strasburg just blitzed Fisher on defense, and they held them scoreless in the first quarter, 14-0. Second quarter, a little better for the Irish. They got on the board. That quarter was 17-11. So here's the scoring. First of all, for the Irish, Sydney Snoke had 2 points. it was Alexis Bissell with 2. Lainey Gillum had a 3-pointer, so she's got 3. And Ava Warrens with 4. So Snook 2, Bissell 2, Gillum 3, and Warrens 4. For the Strasburg Tigers, several players in the scoring column, 6 to be exact. Addison Cibula has 2 points. Delaney Heron has 5 points. It's Allie Miller with 8. Sophia Seacrest with 6. Lydia Thomas, the freshman, with a great first half. She had 8. And Maddie Boylan had 2. Again, Cibula 2, Heron 5, Miller 8, Seacrest 6, Thomas 8, and it was Boylan with 2 points. Winner of this game moves on to face the winner of the Eastern and Franklin Furnace Green game. That game is tonight at 8 o'clock. Both those teams out of the Southeast District. And no matter what, if it's Strasburg that moves on, they're going to have a tough time. This is a really good basketball team. At halftime, they lead Fisher Catholic 31-11. We're going to take another timeout. We'll have all of the play-by-play action of the second half coming your way on the IVP Media High School Basketball Game of the Week.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about what you're pulling in and more about what you're putting out there. Rich is being there for their first step.
What do you think of it?
And sometimes letting them have the last word. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts. Edward Jones.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
The Fairfield County Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board works with mental health and substance use providers in the community to provide prevention, treatment, recovery, and support for anyone in need. Individuals receiving therapy or treatment needing our support, visit the Adam H website at fairfieldadamh.org to learn more about resources. Together, we can break the stigma.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Also brought to you by North Body Shop, Fairfield Federal, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Pizza Cottage, the Carriage Company, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Buckeye Lake Marina, the Pink Cricket, Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital, Fairfield DD, and Buckeye Toyota.
Back at Jim Myers Gymnasium, halftime of the Division 7 regional semifinal game, 31-11. Strasburg leads Fisher Catholic. And Tim, we talked about Fisher making their 4th trip to this, or they've made it 3 out of the last 4 years. For Strasburg, this is their their win in the district was their first district title since 1979. Some of these girls' parents weren't even born the last time Strasburg won a district.
I think Coach Bates said, I think Happy Meals were invented in '79, and he was really happy right now.
And this senior class has 83 wins. That's unbelievable.
It really is. They lost last year in a district to Berlin Highland, who ended up getting to the state championship game and losing to Waterford, who, by the way,
beat Fisher.
So it's kind of ironic, these teams year after year.
Right.
But we all have heard of Berlin Highland in both girls and boys.
Yep. It'll be Strasburg basketball to start the second half. They lead at 31-11. And they have taken Hadley Gillum completely out of the game. She's 23 points shy of 1,000 for her career as a sophomore, which, by the way, we failed to mention that this is a Fisher team with 5 sophomores in their top 7 players. They're not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, it's a great learning experience
Right.
for them. And, just do simple things offensively. Pivoting, protect the ball. Don't turn your back on an offense when you're in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, Jared. How many deflections have we seen from the Strasburg
Almost
defenders?
every trip, it seems like.
Exactly. Just protect the ball.
Spidell tries fake the lob, now gets it into the block to Thomas. She had a really good first half, and she's fouled by Lainey Gillum.
But you notice in the first 2 possessions that what the focus is, they went indoors right away against man-to-man. See if they can get the ball inside and score. Spidell, she's the leading all-time assist leader in girls basketball at Strasburg.
She sees the floor well, and
she does.
Distributes well.
Yeah,
Lob inside to Miller. Shot blocked by Sydney Snoke.
Well, again, she's on her hip, and it's tough because she's big. She's 6'1", and she does a great job of pinning in the low post. You cannot be caught on the hip. You have to one or the other. Play behind or front.
Spidell inbounds to Thomas.
See, it's
now
there again.
Seacrest gets it into Miller. Again blocked. Into the hands of Thomas off the glass and in.
Thomas is so active.
Speaking of youngsters, she's just a freshman.
I know.
Here's another steal for Strasburg. Spidell the other way. Nice pass over to Thomas up and in. That's 12 for Lydia Thomas.
Yeah, they have picked up right where they left off, Jared. Transition points.
Yep. Warrens almost has it taken away. Gets it right side. Metzel, nice move. Shot no good. Backside. I thought Lainey Gillum was going to come away with the rebound, but good hustle by Delaney Herron to take it out of there. Herron swings it left side to Seacrest. Seacrest saw the opening baseline. There's another nice pass to Thomas. Kick it back to Herron for 3 and got it. Warrens now on the drive inside the paint. Oh, good hands by Spidell. Just tipped it right into the hands of Herron, and Herron takes it the other way up and in. They are on a 9-0 run here in this to start this second half.
That's how you want to come out. They've just continued what they did all the first half.
Miller now getting her hands on a pass. Snoke with the basketball back to Metzel.
When you dribble the ball and don't go anywhere, Jared, all it does is help the defense.
Spidell tied up Metzel, so it's a jump ball. As you see that last tip by Spidell on the Clear Sky replay.
Yep. No defense for turnovers in live ball situations.
Spidell will walk it up after the possession change on the jump ball. Going to drive to the block, kick it back out. Now here's Seacrest for 3. She got it. (43-11). 5:03 to play in the third quarter. Warrens kicks it back out. Hadley Gillum. Now Metzel at the top of the key. Metzel needs to get rid of it. Does so to Warrens. Warrens fires up a 3 in the corner. No good. Spidell the rebound. When they do get a shot, they're not getting many rebounds offensively. Here's Seacrest. Nice pass inside. Shot no good. Metzel the rebound. Warrens being worked on by Addison Cibola. Needs to get rid of the ball. Does so over in the corner to Lainey Gillum. Now back to Warrens. Gillum going to fire up the three in the corner. No good. Backside rebound for Miller. Quickly up ahead. Nice move. Good stop and go there, but missed the shot. But the backside rebound to put back no good, but she's fouled. That is Lydia Thomas. No, check that. It's Maddie Boylan. Lainey Gillum called for the foul. That's her third. Maddie Boylan at the free throw line. First one no good. She'll get another. Alexis Bissell comes back in for the Irish. Boylan second free throw up and good. 44-11. Metzel gets it off to Bissell. Bissell lobs it down to Taylor Terry, and it's out of bounds back to Strasburg.
The one thing you can't do in any game, these kind of games, Jared, is surrender.
Yeah.
You got to keep playing as hard as you can, competing. And some of the body language is not great for some of the girls. Can't do that.
Here's a three put up for Boylan, no good. Seacrest the rebound. Wide open Miller, got it up and in. Allie Miller has 10 points in the game. It's 46-11. Here's Metzel. Back to Bissell. Now
you have
Metzel
to work
again
to get the ball offensively. You have to work for it.
Another turnover for the Irish. Couple subs coming in. Heron and Thomas for Strasburg. Miller and Spidell get a break.
That's part of learning about the game. You know, sometimes when things are taken away, you have to have a counter for it.
Yep.
You have to know how to continue to play.
Wide open, Thomas. No, check that. It was Cibula. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Irish. Here comes Snoke. Snoke saw an open lane. Going to take it in the paint. Put up the shot, no good. In traffic, and nobody in there but white jerseys to rebound. Here's Seacrest now with it. She'll get it inside. Thomas off the glass, no good, but she's fouled. Elena Metzel going to be called for it. So the freshman, Lydia Thomas, will go to the line.
They're at the running clock right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And they haven't scored this quarter yet.
No.
Either.
It's 15-0. Make that 16-0 in this quarter. They held them scoreless in the first quarter, 14-0. Thomas will get a second free throw. No good. Snoke the rebound. Sydney will just bring it up herself. And wide open under the bucket was Lainey Gillum, but they couldn't find her. Threw a little bit too high, out of bounds. Up the other sideline is Sophia Seacrest. Seacrest swings it left side to Heron. Now Thomas, clock down to 1:09 and counting in the third quarter. Here's Heron. Now Boylan. Clock down under a minute to play in the third quarter. Seacrest directs some traffic, being guarded by Alexis Bissell. Seacrest backs it back out with 43 seconds. Nice drive by Sophia Seacrest up and in with the left hand.
Showed off her skills level right there.
She's got 11 in the game. She's an All-Ohio player and a 1,300-point scorer. Hadley Gillum from three, no good. Out of bounds to Strasburg. Inbound comes into Heron with 8 seconds. Here's Boylan. Boylan inside to Thomas. Thomas with 2 seconds, puts it up and in. She's really good, and just a freshman. That was a really good-looking move.
Little face up and under.
Here's the replay of that last drive by Sophia Seacrest.
Yeah, look at her use her left hand,
Yep.
protect the ball. Great job offensively.
20-0 in that third quarter to make it 51-11. Hey, I want to say thanks to a couple new guys on board with us for high school basketball for this tournament game. We'd like to thank Charlie Barrows and Aaron Black from Edward Jones in Lancaster for jumping on board for tonight's game. You can find Charlie on Chestnut Street and Aaron on North Broad Street in Lancaster. For more than 100 years, Edward Jones has been helping clients reach their financial goals.
Hey, and as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, too. Just search for IVP Media.
Tim Strasburg's head coach is Tyler Bates. This is his second season at Strasburg. He spent 11 years at Loudonville and had some really good success there.
Well, in 2024, they were state semifinalists and took that program to great heights. Similar area, but Tyler was the AD and the coach there, Jared, and just was too much with a young family.
3 in the corner for the Irish, no good. Backside rebound by Spidell. Spidell, nice pass to Thomas. Has a shot blocked by Snoke. She's got at least 2 blocks, maybe 3 tonight. Gillum drives to the elbow, kick it in the corner to Metzel for 3. Good. First bucket of the second half for the Irish. It's a 3 for Metzel. Now it's thrown away. Back to the Irish. Here's the clear sky replay of that shot.
Yep, great feed, good concentration, excellent shot.
Laney Gillum gives it to Abyssal. Alexis being guarded by Heron. Now back to Laney Gillum. Here's Metzel. This time they're going to get Thomas on the reach. The Fisher Catholic basketball underneath their own basket, trailing 51-14, 6:43 and counting here in the fourth quarter. And the running clock will keep on rolling. Laney Gillum will inbound it. Gets it into Snoke. Good look, and Snoke's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Allie Miller going to be called for the foul. Hey, I want to say thanks to John and Mary Snyder for supporting the Lady Irish basketball team. The Snyders wish them good luck during the tournament, and a special shout out to the William V. Fisher Catholic High School class of 1975. Tim, that's got to be one of the first years that it was William V. Fisher Catholic, right? When did it change over?
Well, I don't know the history, but it was around that time, I believe.
So again, thanks to John and Mary Snyder for their support.
Might have been a couple years before, Jared.
Free throw by Snoke is up and good. On the other end, Miller shot no good, got her own rebound. Second putback no good. Now rebounded by Metzel, but she lost it out of bounds.
Talked about that a while back. That's a little Moses Malone action right there. That's how you get 20 rebounds per game.
That's right.
Miss your own and get them back. Of course, today's kids do not know who Moses Malone is.
You're right.
I'm sorry. There's nobody to even compare him to, honestly.
No, not in today's game.
No.
Seacrest gets it in the corner. Spidell for 3, no good.
That looked a little off.
Yeah. Laney Gillum rebound, get it up to Metzel. Elena.
You got to move.
Inside the paint. Gets the shot off the glass, no good. Spidell the rebound. Here comes Strasburg. Kick it to the corner to Heron. Heron drives to the elbow. Little running jumper, no good. Tipped out of bounds to Fisher Catholic. 3 subs coming in for Strasburg. It'll be Addison Cibola, Also coming in, Raylan Lancaster. And I think it was 33. That's Matty Boylan coming back in.
Yeah, he took the 3 seniors off the floor. They have 2 4-year players, Jared. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Here's Metzel in the corner. And she's going to be fouled by Addison Cibola. That'll be her second. With Seacrest off the floor, they've got Lydia Thomas, the freshman, guarding Hadley Gillum. Both of them right around the 5'10" area. Lainey Gillum inbounds to Hadley.
Good look.
Pass stolen away by Cibola. Cibola's pass now tipped around and controlled by Strasburg. Clock rolls at 3:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Left side, here's Heron. Now to Thomas. Boylan now with the basketball. Now back to Cibola. They're just going to run some more time. They've got a couple subs getting set to check in. Lob it inside. Heron's shot no good. Rebounded by Snoke. Snoke gets it up ahead to Bissell. Bissell 1-on-3. Kick it back out to Hadley Gillum. Gillum step back 3 at the top of the key. No good. Snoke saves it in bounds, but she's out of bounds. A couple more subs coming in for Strasburg. Number 13, Brindley Hostetler. And number 43, Millie Richards. And we're going to have to get to our players of the game here shortly. As the clock's rolling, Lainey Gillum for 3 on the steal, no good. Rebounded by Addison Cibola. Cibola gets it to Lancaster. Now in the corner, down to 2:16. So Tim, while they're dribbling the ball and running out some time, let's get to our players of the game. Let's do the Fisher Catholic player of the game first of all. Brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
As far as overall effort and involved constantly and playing the game tonight, I thought Sydney Snoke did a really nice job.
Yeah, I agree. Sydney Snoke, congratulations, number 34. She's our Fisher Catholic player of the game, as here's a steal by Snoke. Gets it back to Hadley Gillum, right side now to Lainey Gillum with 1:29. Lainey Gillum fires up the 3, no good. And it hit the clock again, so that's out of bounds. The Strasburg player of the game tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Stop by and see Brian Kilbarger or learn more at carriagecompany.com.
You know, I'm partial to upperclassmen usually, but I'm telling you, Lydia Thomas set the tone tonight,
Yeah.
I thought, as a freshman.
I would agree.
She got on the offensive boards, a lot of defensive plays, and just did a great job as a 9th grader.
So
as a basketball
congratulations.
player,
Yeah.
whatever grade she
Yep,
is.
Lydia Thomas, the Strasburg player of the game, number 22. And clock down under a minute to play in the game. Fisher with only 4 points in this second half. Clock down to 38 seconds. Strasburg. Fans are feeling it. They're going to be moving on to the regional final. Clock down to 22 seconds. And the Irish just going to let them run the timeout. Strasburg. They just picked up their first district final or district championship since 1979, and they are going to be moving on to the regional championship, where they will take on the winner of Reedsville Eastern and Franklin Furnace Green. That game will be Saturday night back here at Logan High School. Let's check some final scoring. First of all, for Fisher Catholic, it was Ava Warrens with 4 points. Elena Metzel had 3. Lainey Gillum had 3. Alexis Bissell had 2. And Sydney Snoke with 3 points. For the Strasburg Tigers, they had 4 players in double figures. Addison Cibula had 2 points. Maddie Boylan had 3. And then the 4 players in double figures, Delaney Herron, the freshman, she had 10. Allie Miller, the senior, had 10. Sophia Seacrest, the senior, had 11. And the freshman Lydia Thomas had 15 points. How about that? 2 seniors and 2 freshmen in double figures for the Tigers.
Just did a great job tonight. You know, give credit to Coach Bates and his staff and his team in preparation. And the players, exactly what he wanted was some balanced scoring, and he got it.
Yeah. Now for Fisher Catholic, obviously, can't take anything away from them. They had an outstanding season, 22-4 overall, and 14-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal. Once again, they just continue to win in the Mid-State League Cardinal and make it to a regional.
Yeah, once you get here now, you kind of know the play and what you got to do. So you got to spend time off season of improving your game as an individual, and then do the team stuff, whatever they do to build the team concepts. But to win at this level, you got to be really good. These are really good teams at this level.
And this is a Fisher team. They're going to be back. We talked about that earlier. They've got 5 of their top 7 players are sophomores.
Well, it's all a learning process. You go through it. You played a team that was really senior-oriented, really. I mean, the 3 top players on their team are seniors.
And 2 All-Ohio players?
Yes. So, you know, you played tough competition. You didn't play well, but you got to move on. It's only 1 game, and you got to get ready for next season.
Yep. Well, that's going to wind up the basketball season for us. It's been a fun one, Shu, football, basketball, and who knows, maybe we could talk the guys into doing some baseball. What do you think?
Twist some arms a little bit.
I would love
some
that.
Baseball.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Hey, thanks to you at home for watching all season long. Again, we want to say thanks to our IVP media crew. They do a great job. They've been with us all through bad weather, then inside in the gyms. They get here way before we do. They do the hard jobs. Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Jason Roush, and Tom Russo. Those guys are fantastic at what they do.
And let me give a shout-out to both coaches. Took some time this week. Give me an idea of what's coming on, and I felt very comfortable coming into the game. And as far as our staff goes, there's no better.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
No better.
Once again, your final score, Strasburg moving on to the regional final. They beat Fisher Catholic tonight, 51-15. For our entire Interphase Video Productions IVP Media crew, I should say, and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Also brought to you by North Body Shop, Fairfield Federal, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Pizza Cottage, The Carriage Company, Fairfield County Adam H., The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Buckeye Lake Marina, the Pink Cricket, Clear Sky Rehabilitation Hospital, Fairfield DD, and Buckeye Toyota.